Let's take a look at one of the next drills in our breaststroke series, and we really like this drill. This is called separation drill. And this is a drill that we kind of classify under that connection or timing aspect of the stroke. We have to remember breaststroke is a very extremely heavy stroke. Everything's got to kind of feel like we're putting everything together and connecting everything in its correct piece so that way we can ultimately really move forward. So here what we're going to do is look at the pull. We want our athlete to do a complete pull here, just like that, hit that line. And then what we're going to do then is to set up the kick. Heels come up, finish the kick, and then continue to ride that line. So it's kind of like we're overlaying two lines together so that way we can really feel like just overall we're going in a very, very forward direction, which is what we want to be able to see in breaststroke, that there is that degree of separation between our kick and that pull. The other thing that we really like with our athlete here is just, again, where that body positioning is and just that overall stressing of that line. So here we see hands are going to slide out. Remember, we kind of want this to be in, when we're doing that out sweep and that catch here, to be able to kind of get that rounded space going over. Beautiful job. And then what we look for, which is what we see come right here, is that triangle of space. So that way we can then really hit that line. We do not see any water here hitting on the back, on the lower part of that back. That means the hips here are getting up. When we take a look at the kick, we want to make sure that kick, the heels get up as high to the hips. Feet here turn out. And remember that kick direction is not just kicking back, but also giving a little bit of a diagonal kick down. Boom, right there. Remembering then to also point the toes, so that way everything here comes right up to the surface. And boom, and then we hit that nice line. Notice here that as the athlete finishes the kick, the hands here are still together. Common mistake what we can see happen in breaststroke is as that hand here, as the feet here are finishing, what we'll see is then the hands can tend to slide out. So this is very, very good timing here by our athlete. And we just keep repeating that cycle, stressing those same key points. Go under the water and then take a look at our breaststroke kick. Push off the wall here. Great job pointing out those toes. Feet sink. So then we're going to bring the heels up. Remember, now here we definitely think the athlete, we can see a little bit of a gap here between the heel and the hip. So our athlete here definitely has that opportunity to bring those heels up a little bit more. We're doing a really nice job here of keeping the knees right along the hip line. When the feet get up to their highest point, then what we're going to want to see is those feet here turn out. When we do that, what we're going to be able to do is really grab water here on the inside of the calf, also on the inside of the foot. Turn out, and then remembering we want to kick that in that diagonal direction going downward. Now here we get a little bit, the knees then start to travel outward, and then we just kind of make a rounded shape like this here with the kick. So that we want to, our athlete here is kicking a little bit too far back. Again, we just would want to focus on kicking a little bit more downward. Angle those feet so that we can get that kick to go then in that direction. So we take a look here at our next view on our return. So here again, just a front view of those hands sliding out. Here we got a great triangle of space created by our athlete. Pushing forward. Here we go, nice and forward. Remember the kick, we want to see that separation. Again, just continues to have a really good timing here as we're going through the water. Travels in a nice straight line. And we'll go under the water here to kind of take a look at the pole and the catch a little bit more in depth here. Okay, so here again, we kind of see that slide out. Now, depending on where your athlete is at, we can look at the arms here going the width. Now, sometimes we just say about just outside the shoulders. Here, this is kind of what we call like 11 and 1. Some athletes can even go here 10 and 2, and then some can even go to the 9 and 3. Just remember, the wider out you go, the more strength that's going to require as you're going out. Typically, we find that athletes are going to find probably that best range between either the 11 and 1 or that 10 and 2. Younger athletes, we probably really would recommend for them to staying in between that 11 and 1 position. So then again, you're going to be creating this circle-like movement with the catch, focusing here to get then those real fingertips to go down, and also take a look at where our athlete's taking a breath. This is so critical, so that way we're not going to be popping up too high when we're taking the breath. We're going to be able to stay nice and low, and that's going to be after that catch is established, but before we're going to the in sweep. And so you see here now we're getting ready to go for that in sweep. Really focus on turning the hands, the pinkies, over, so then we can then just hit that nice line. When we hit that line, we want to really be just focused on being just under the surface of the water. Now here, this is probably about the maximum depth that we would recommend. Overall, this is a really great drill. Simple, but there's also a lot of moving components and parts to it. If you found value out of this, be sure to drop a like and subscribe.